What next for Chisora? I mean, Derek Chisora is a veteran in British boxing. Yes, he may have 13 losses or whatever it is to his name. However, he's known as the good guy. I mean, the good guy that everyone once hated a few years ago. And he certainly won over the British fans. But I think it's fair to say that retirement is well overdue for Derek Chisora. He's had a hard and long career. I think he turned pro in about 2006 or 7. And we're in, 2023 now. So he's been boxing for over 15 years or so. So he's had a lot of losses. He's competed at a high level. He's fought for a world title twice. British, Commonwealth, European champion. And, he's given us some good nights. We know what his style is, and he comes to fight straight up. Now, we know Chisora's definitely by far not the most technically gifted of fighters. However, he's someone that you can rely on to come out and swing and give it his all for 3 to 4 rounds. And I feel like over the last... I think where we really started to see the decline in Derek Chisora for me was the Joseph Parker fight, where Parker put him down a few times. We saw him wobble. From then, we've seen his legs not be stable, where he throws punches and he falls to one side. Or I don't know how he got the decision over Gerald Washington over the weekend. I feel like the board, British Boxing, done him a favour in giving him that decision, because there's no way in hell that Chisora won that fight. He was getting his head jabbed off, if we're being completely honest. And also, he wasn't really doing much. Usually Chisora takes punishment but gives it back. Like, you can make a case for him in the Pulev fight, where he was actually landing shots. In this fight, I didn't see him land anything significant for him to win a points decision like the way he won. I feel like Gerald Washington was a clear winner in that. He looked a much more fresher out of the two. He was keeping him at bay with his jab. Nothing was really going on. It was a bit of a snooze fest, but Gerald Washington won that one quite comfortably for me, and Derek Chisora got gifted the win. I've been hearing that, he said he wants to have 3 more fights because he wants to have 50 fights in his career. It depends, because Chisora, we know he commands big money, right? And I don't think any promoter is going to be willing to put their hands deep in their pockets, because everyone knows where Chisora's at this stage of his career. He can't obviously compete with any of the top guys. So you've got to find winnable fights. And, those are obviously against less credible names. And that means that they're also going to want big money to step up and fight Chisora. But I think 3 fights is dangerous, because in my opinion, we've seen changes in Chisora's, body language, etc. You can tell, like, his face, like, he looks like he's had a hard career. And with his style of fighting, it only leads to one thing. And I feel like the wise thing would be, obviously, fighters will fight because it's their pride, but I'm pretty sure Chisora's made quite a lot of money, and he's a big name, so I'm sure the Saudis will be looking after him. But I think the best thing that anyone could do right now for Chisora would be for someone, I don't know, someone close to him, whether that be his partner or his siblings or whatever, if he's got any, to maybe tell the board, like, look, we've got to put a stop to this, because everyone can see that he's nowhere near the fighter that he once was. He's turning 40 this year. He's had about 14 losses. He's been knocked out. He's been stopped. He's been dropped. Like, come on. The man's health means more than anything. And I'm pretty sure there's other avenues where Derek Chisora can make some money, i.e. the collaboration that he's got with the Saudi lot. So I think that will probably be the wisest decision that could be made, because this is all sustainable damage constantly, especially with the style that Derek Chisora fights with, where he takes a lot of punishment. That means that even in training camp, the guy is practicing, like, he's just taking shots, because that's his style. He takes shots to give shots. So that's damage, the training camps and then the fight night itself. Like, it's brutal on the body, and it's just adding on to wear and tear, and it's sad to see. So I think if he retires now, he still goes down as a legend in British boxing, and life continues.